Wells Jr. and Saladin Allah. Oh, how about that? Beautiful. Throw some tacos, shall we? Or tortillas. That's right, the tortillas. But tacos.
State, he said in the first couple of weeks, it's been a rocky.
Think about it. A lot of times players opt to leave. In this case, Duke had other plans and basically let him know he needed to look elsewhere. Anthony Hankerson, the go-to running back, is with him out of the gun. Looks like we have some pre-snap moves. They've had to move some people around, tackles to guards. A backup is in at that position. And Hankerson is Wood, who made it over from Houston. You saw what he left behind in that win against Colorado yesterday. And a quick out to Trent Walker. A lot more manageable. As it is, it's 3rd and 9. Another.
Same page, but they can't get to that because of these pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, Trent Bray has been swimming upstream these first couple of weeks as head coach. Murphy's pass on a deep out, incomplete. That problems throughout this season. That's a big issue in this game. It is Van Wells 55 that's going to handle this particular snap. They've used 3 different ones. The punter was not that far back, and he went with a.
Talk about who they played in, and it's not impressive that they blew those teams out. Well, in past years, they haven't played to their standard. They played down the competition, right, and they have another opportunity to play up to their standard today.
Well, they gave him 5 additional yards on the boot, so the Red Raiders start at midfield, and here's Jacoby Williams. Pick up of 6, 2nd and 4, and they go quickly. Williams again. That's a shoestring.
We're in a lightning delay.
We may have some lightning here.
We've just been called for a lightning delay.
Yeah. Exactly how long this delay was? Maybe 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, somewhere in that neighborhood. And it's 3rd down and a short one for Texas Tech. This is their opening series, and right up the gut they go. Aaron Morton operates at quarterback. The senior now healthy again after injury issues. Looks on the outside. Go-to receivers. That's what they've done offensively. And again, remember, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Kent State aren't world beaters. They are stepping up in terms of competition today, which is one of the reasons I think the pollsters have been a little soft on Texas Tech. They're number 21 coming in. They may actually be a lot better than that as the season prolongs. On a fly at the corner, it's Aiken. It is touchdown. How do you do? And his arm in position, just could not break it out of there.
I mean, what a throw, Tim.
Yeah, and an even
$40.
Holds on to it when he hits the ground. Really tough call in the field. Good call. Good analysis by replay and by you guys.
Hey, Mike, when you see those referees make really good calls, that's equivalent to that throw. I mean, incredible after a delay.
Yeah, no question. Tim Rich is our white hat today. We're going to run a little inside. This is when Quinn Ewers got hurt. He came. You need to go elsewhere at the end of last season. Murphy again. Lets it fly. Rodriguez, outstanding will linebacker, can also bring heat.
And at the top of your screen, you've got one of the best rushers in college football, Romello Height.
On 3rd and 10. They're running it. Tristan Gentry is back in single safety for Texas Tech. And A.J. Windsor, the sophomore, will boot it away. Had a poor punt last time. This one not a lot better.
Yeah, we're talking.
What about?
Off the play fake. Morton with time. Now flushed. Look at that adjustment. Well, that was a real
Concepts are a lot of opportunities for you to change your route, especially when the quarterback gets into that outside and tries to create, and that's a tough fall for Virgil, but he's tough. He had a situation like this a game ago, and he caught a touchdown right after.
2nd and 10. Nothing doing for Dickey. Got into that fall. Really good linebackers that they really believe can get things done for them at Oregon State. Trent Bray, the head coach, also calling the defenses for this team that's gone through so many changes with the exit of Jonathan Smith prior to the Pac-12 blowing up. And, of course, next year there will be some friends for Oregon State to play within the very new and improved Pac-12. Morton again off his back foot this time. Vendruwale, the third. Sai Vendruwale comes up with the pressure, and he had to unload it, and it's 4th down and 10. Looks like they're going to go.
Yeah, Vendruwale did a very nice job, Aiden White, of getting a collision early in the route so that the timing is thrown off between the quarterback and wide receiver.
2 of 3 on 4th down so far this year. This will be their 4th attempt of the season.
Yeah, clear man-to-man coverage at the bottom of your screen.
And he's going downtown, looking for Virgil. Flag is down in the backfield. Not much. Dashiell Wood, the defensive coordinator for Texas Tech. 2nd and 7.
You can hear the crowd start to get involved here.
Looking for their first conversion on a 3rd and long, too. Out of the gun, Murphy's got great wheels, but again. Oh, a quick kick by Murphy. Hadn't seen that in a while. Well, you know what? It was better than the punter had done.
I was just about to say that, Tim. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. America's Game of the Week tomorrow, 4 Eastern on Fox. Yes, Patrick, a part of the Ring of Honor here. And Bruce Feldman was here with me about 9-10 years ago for those games. Patrick was the quarterback. Here's Jacoby Williams taking it off the right-hand side. Kurt Menefee and the entire ensemble will be in Kansas City to preview that major matchup in America's Game of the Week. Out of the shotgun again, they're going to try Williams. Hard to bring him down. He's going to get it all the way past the line to up the field. I don't know about that. I certainly didn't hear a whistle. I mean, they backed him up about 3 yards. That pile was still moving. That's highly questionable. So make it 3rd down and 3, but it's not reviewable. Those legs look like they were still churning to me, partner.
Yeah, I agree. And Oregon State is continuing in this man-to-man coverage, giving those one-on-one opportunities on the outside, similar to this.
RPO to Carter. Terrence Carter with a
Look at him stick that foot in the ground and go up and over the defender after picking up the 1st down.
boy, going down before the game in warm-ups, just seeing him.
Man, well put together guy.
Yeah, he's a load. Out of the shotgun again. Trying to run stretch play. That's great penetration that time from Thomas Collins.
Crossing the face of right guard Davion Carter, number 56 in red, and getting to the runner.
Not an easy chore either. Looking long again. Caleb Douglas. Go. This is his first touchdown of this season. Upton Bellavant will try for the extra point. Last year, Caleb. Those guys from Corvallis are going to feel it at the end of this game. David Wells again is back deep, awaiting the kick. Once again with a win, just another booming kickoff for yet another touchback.
great catch and strength by Caleb Douglas.
And let me say this. This is a Texas Tech offense, including Baron Morton, by the way, that the world is not talking about. College football has totally ignored Baron Morton's return to health and just how good he could be with this offense. They're going to hear about him after
few games, right? And we've learned that it's directly correlated with being. They haven't been able to do that, and it happens again right there and puts them behind the chains.
Saladin Allah is in the backfield. Allah. But awfully good and highly vetted before Joey McGuire hired them. Out of the shotgun, Murphy. That's a good throw. Up against pressure, too. Trent Walker's got it. That first down for the Beavers. And out of the shotgun here, there's a nice read and a drop ball by Walker. Boy, you have to respect his ability to run in the RPO game. No doubt about it. Quick hitch up to Wells. Texas Tech's all 6 against Kent State.
Another 3rd and long opportunity here for this Red Raider defense to get after. It looks like they're only going to bring 3.
Yep. And as good as they've been, I can understand why with bringing just 3. Murphy's pass into traffic is caught. Walker atones for the drop. Skylar Gilhoward, number 33, is the guilty party.
And you can see right there, hand.
Who does get playing time. They're going to have a package in place for him. He comes in, and the handoff. Quarterback power. Well, their deep snap problems for both punting and field goals and extra points is problematic.
Bailey, they've had trouble with him to start this game.
Out of the shotgun. Murphy's pass incomplete. Seems to be handling the snapping. It's been a rotating door at that position and an adventure every time. This one is going to. It's a pull hook.
As much as us quarterbacks are mental creatures, kickers may be a lot worse. They are mental. They have to see the laces out. They have to make sure that snap is good. The operation has to be very clean for them to feel comfortable with it.
Out of the shotgun, empty backfield. Kobe Williams. Oh, look out. That play.
For that play to work, the wide receivers, and in this case, the tight end, Terrence Carter Jr., they have to be great blockers at the point of attack to get the play started. They do that, and it's a nice game.
Williams bounces out, then turns it back up. Flag down in the. Andrawala is one of them.
That 15-yard penalty will all.
Early, one late in the play.
You can see Jados right there. That's the hold. Got that hand across the chest plate. A nice job by number 62, Jacob Schuster, of straining. And then watch big number 79, Sampson, come in late.
Yeah.
And that's a big dude, man.
He is.
That's a big dude.
At yesterday's Fast Friday practice, I don't see guys that just make you look really, really small.
Oh, yeah.
But he did.
He did.
Morton on a crossing pattern to Williams. Jacoby Williams. First down.
So good by Baron Morton to find his running back in the mismatch opportunity against the linebacker one-on-one.
On 2nd down and 10.
Let's take a look at that last play. He's just going to go on the old Texas route. He's going to go out, and he's going to come in. And Baron Morton, he trusts it and puts it right on his numbers. Nice catch there by number 20 in red, Jacoby Williams.
They're going to grudgingly give him a yard, so 2nd down and 9, we'll call it. Again, they go empty. A lot of options for Baron. Morton with all kinds of time. It's caught. It's Terrence Carter.
Directed a scramble drill without scrambling. That pass was completed on the left side.
DealDash.com.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. To get the first down just inside the 5 at the 4.
After nice first down runs, they always like to move and start to get Terrence Carter Jr. involved in this red zone opportunity.
Looked like a fade. Now he changes direction and throws it away.
They do a really nice job there.
Yeah, Kobe Singleton had him covered up on one end, and then he had to change his mind. 3rd down and 3. Williams remains the setback. Pressure coming. And he loops it into the end zone in traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Skylar Thomas that gets the pilfer. Pass intended for Terrence Carter.
Amazing interception by Skylar Thomas.
In the renewal of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Devin Gardner will be appearing. Barron's 23rd career interception, but just his first this season. Hankerson remains the setback as Malik Murphy lets it fly in the direction of David Wells. Air under that one.
Just a tad.
Quick out to Caulfield. Bryce Caulfield. Think about all the transitions he's had to make.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been through a lot. And by the way,
Many different coordinators.
yeah, and in today's college football, it's really not that uncommon. There are so many well-traveled quarterbacks through the portal. He's yet another one. Hankerson.
Down.
That goes back to that point that the guys in the studio were making before they threw it back to us once the delay had come to an end. This is the best Texas Tech defense I've seen in the last 10-plus years. And that pass is intercepted. Pollock comes away with the INT, and again, it was Murphy under pressure. Book, when you size up Malik Murphy in a scouting report, return to sender by Pollock. Here go the Red Raiders, and Cameron Dickey sets sail. They'll now give him 9, so we'll call it 2nd and a yard to go. Going quickly, and Dickey has the forward press.
Moving the defensive players at least a yard, sometimes more, down the field so that they can make sure their runner has space to maneuver.
8th first down already for Texas Tech.
Create things with his feet. He gets enough right there.
Formerly was a offensive coordinator at Texas State, replaced Zach Kittley, who's now the head coach at Florida Atlantic. Kittley, by the way, with strong roots to Texas Tech. His dad is a Hall of Fame track and field coach here. Had an opportunity after working at Incarnate Word.
Got a lot of space
to make his way here. And there goes Cameron Dickey inside.
State, so many guys, you don't have enough to block them, and you're still able to force your way for a first down.
The one guy that you noticeably don't hear in the Texas Tech arsenal now is playing in the NFL with the Cincinnati Bengals, the 6th round draft pick, Taj Brooks. And this committee of backs, Dickey, Williams, Adam Hill, you'll see some of him later. They still carry the Taj Brooks work ethic with them. And there is Carter again.
Offense, they want to try to make sure they take advantage of what the defense is doing. You don't chase with great speed. We got a wide open guy on the outside.
Dickey, quick feet.
And this is impressive for Texas Tech because you don't have to just rely on huge plays. You have the ability to drive the football down the field, put drives together, because that's what football really is. You're not going to be able to just always rely on those huge explosive plays like we've seen earlier in this game.
Morton again with all kinds of time. Now he's flushed. I think he believed maybe he got outside the tackle box.
He's throwing to is Dickey, who was standing.
And that picture had no receiver in it.
On the Oregon State defensive line of movement, right? Stunting guys, not on just the passing downs, but on the run downs as well. And it's creating cavities that the Texas Tech offensive line isn't able to deal with.
Trent Bray looked at that 3rd and 20.
Move much
got good use of it.
Patience shown by Williams. Care of my partner.
Yes, they did.
Yesterday after your
Appreciate you,
workout.
Mike.
Little swing out here to Jacoby Williams. Waits for a convoy. Look at him use them. He's in there. Touchdown. Tight end.
Oh, no, Tim. You're not taking this away from those big fellas. You're not taking this away from those big fellas. Big number 70, 6'8", 305 pounds.
Wow.
Jacob Pontin gets in front to clear the way.
Now, my goodness, the play began with a beautiful, a fantastic block by Carter. But you're right, the offensive lineman did a remarkable job. They're going to call an unsportsmanlike on Jacoby after the touchdown. That's why the fans are responding the way that they did.
Tim,
Yes.
3rd and 26. You pick it up.
Not a problem.
Do your thing.
Yep.
Yep. Sorry. Do your thing.
Stone Harrington for the extra point.
You'll be reprimanded, but do your thing.
Highlights.
Minutes and 42 seconds off the clock.
David Wells awaits, and after the penalty, they have to tee it up back at the 20. So good opportunity here for Oregon State to get decent field position, but look at this kick. That's a thing of beauty. All the way back to the 6 comes Wells. Not much there.
About a great play that he made.
I'm a little like Pharrell when it comes to that kind of stuff, you know? Let's be happy. Just be happy.
What?
Like Pharrell.
Did you just pull a Pharrell?
I'll pull the Pharrell on you, man.
What?
So
Hold
happy,
on.
I'm a happy guy. You know me.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
You surprise me every day.
Anthony.
Production, which we describe as gaining 4 or more yards to stay on schedule and ahead of the chains.
Three wides, and Hankerson the lone setback out of the shotgun. Out pattern is caught. Give your quarterback a little help. 3rd down, quick out, and Caulfield stop.
Smart and instinctive, and you saw it right there on that play.
You're seeing these short snaps. Windsor with a good boot this time. Tristan Gentry on the receiving end. But what this also,
Dare I say, foul language in a
he made. I mean, if you ever hear a coach say blanking teams, that means he's upset. Cameron Dickey bouncing it outside. Ooh, what a move. What a juke he made. I mean, he put his foot on the
get on the outside, doesn't even have to use a stiff arm, can't touch him.
Baron Morton again to a wide open receiver. That's Aiken, who caught that first outstanding touchdown catch.
The inability to have a identity on offense. Well, it's the same on defense. They really haven't found out who they are, and they can't create pressure. They're not able to get to these wide receivers.
Coach Bray.
But other than that, he
6. Backup safety with a tackle.
You know what I love so much about this?
1st and 10. They're inside the 30 again. Aiken.
And as much as that sounds like, well, yeah, shouldn't it be? That's not all the time when you see different college programs around the country. They do a nice job of that, and you have to give the credit to the offensive coordinator, Mac Leftwich.
Nothing doing for with Leftwich when discussing, his days as a player. He was at UTEP playing at 2000. I said way back in the day, right? I said,
so
is that way back in the day? That would be about what, 2017, 16, yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Such a young guy to be such an outstanding offensive coordinator calling the shots for a program this big. Williams, touchdown. Marker down. Will
Position at first glance when you see it live, but
sometimes it's the defender twirls. Look out. Off
It
with
looks
the
like
hands
it's
back.
like he told on himself.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, I know. You probably saw that, right? Looking long again. John was going to have a hands of Velcro moment. I really did. Look at this.
Watch the full extension. He almost palms it and then almost gets it on the way down. What a great effort there by John Carlos Miller II.
I love the idea, though. After he gets tagged with a foul, go back to him. Make him feel better. 3rd and 22. Underneath, middle screen. Carter. 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 He's the end zone. Going quickly again. And Williams trots right through. This time, not Stone Harrington. It's Bellavant this time with the extra point. Let's go down to Josh Sims. Josh has been at Boise State, and he got hammered by the portal. I mean, the losses that his program took within the portal were immense. And so it's almost as if you're starting all over again. And that's a very difficult thing to do in today's college football. Little play action pass, and that one's caught by Walker. He's been sure-handed for the time, one would think, for schools like Oregon State and Wazoo when they get some neighbors in their newly formed Pac-12 a season away. Hankerson.
Making sure you coach these guys up. And when I asked defensive coordinator Sheil Wood, what is it? He said it's Rob Green and Darcel McBath, the cornerbacks and safeties coach.
Trent Walker, tight end, gives a little extra push for Murphy. Ball rests at the 49-yard line of Texas Tech. They had one real opportunity inside the 30 to score, missed the field goal, rushed it, hooked it. They really need 6 on this drive. Murphy with some time, and he loops it incomplete.
Field, and again, Malik Murphy.
Murphy rifles it, and it's caught. It's David Wells. Now for Hankerson. Oh boy, he just lost his footing. I really appreciate you mentioning my name and studs in the same sentence.
What?
Saladin Ala is checked back in at running back. That pass is incomplete. Sheil Wood calling out the defense.
Remember, in these situations, Tim, those rushers on the edge are licking their chops with an opportunity, and there's a
Tim DeRuyter that were really good friends of his because he felt services that
it's both, right? They know a lot and they knew the right people, and they were able to connect those dots and get them into this program.
doesn't help to have a war chest, and they got plenty of that too here. 3rd down, 18. Murphy. Boy, that one was in a dangerous place for Call. Might we see another quick kick? Yep, we will. You can't fool the wily old play-by-play guy. Receiving yards from Patrick Mahomes while at Texas Tech.
Wow, that's a tough one.
There's a lot to choose from there.
Yeah, man, because he threw it so much to so many different guys.
He did. He did. The answer forthcoming. Cameron Dickey is in the backfield. I mean, you can imagine that this Texas Tech Got blocked once, but he stayed with it. It's coming from both angles, really. Let's hope he's okay. We got an injured Red Raider, the offense pass. He's going to reach the 7,000-yard platform.
He did there.
Yeah, you
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's see if they decide to air it out, and they will. Morton with plenty of time. In traffic, incomplete. Oregon State. And that punt does take an Oregon State bounce. So look at those point differentials in 2 games. And it'll be a different story when they go on the road at Eccles Stadium next week in Utah. But I think the early time, that's going to be something talked about in the media. Keep your eye on that all week long about what is a 10 a.m. start local time for Utah.
Absolutely. We loved him when we saw him a year ago, and that trend has continued.
They go empty here for Malik Murphy on 2nd and 10. Quick out to district eats there, you know, they do. 3rd down and 7. Murphy, nice little curl, well developed to Taz Reddix, and he's got the first. Been difficult finding any road, man. It's 6'3", 240, and all that speed out of Dublin, Georgia. Magnificent, well traveled. Auburn, USC, Georgia Tech. Trent Walker. Oh, I like that.
You like that?
Next week, I'm going to have to bring my thesaurus with me. Keep on going that way, Bryce. This is traditionally where they really come with heat, hoping that Murphy will put it up for grabs. And a timeout coming. Tech that hired him at Cedar Hill. 2 people he credits. He got Joey McGuire to come in, and the turnaround at Baylor was underway.
Yep.
So his roots in this sport tied so closely to high school football and the start under Matt Rule at Baylor. 4th down. They need 4. It's caught. It's 1st down. Still looking towards the sideline. That guy's got great recovery speed when it looks like he's beaten. And for a moment there, it did.
And that's so good because he's a rusher. But when you're a rusher on the edge there, you have to, what they call peel off. You have to peel off with the running back, right? So watch him on the left side of your screen here. He's going to come, he sees the running back, and he peels off. He gets right in his hip pocket, and he's right there to make the play if the ball had been catchable.
Might have gotten away with a left arm on the jersey, too.
Tattletale.
Yep, 2nd and 10. Uh-oh, look out. Could have another.
Unforced errors. Can't get out of their own way.
Second down and 15. Pressure. Down he goes. Once again, the ball to open the second half. This is Micah Hudson bringing it out. Guess you want to get a touch and very few opportunities to return kicks if you're Texas Tech today. Pretty much sums it up. My goodness.
My bad.
We're tough. We're tough, man. We're critics up here. Look at this extension with one hand to reel that baby in.
I literally just talked about it. It makes you want to make plays for your quarterback. That's an outstanding job by John Carlos Miller II. Also one of the best names in all of college football.
No doubt about it.
Straight out of Hollywood.
Yeah.
What a catch.
Right up the gut goes
squeeze it, and then you just bring that left in just for insurance to make sure you catch it.
This pass is incomplete.
Hey,
Yep.
he's one of their most explosive players, and he hasn't had a catch. And Baron Morton has reached that 7,000-yard mark. Remember you talked about that?
Yeah. 4 yards away.
Man,
4
he's on
yards
his way.
away. He's 4 yards away.
He's on his way.
And he'll become the 7th quarterback in Texas Tech history to reach the 7,000 plateau. And he's a touchdown away as you see this pass to Jacoby Williams. So give it to him over 7. Lethbridge, you're looking at guys that have come before him. B.J. Simons, of course, is the latest. And the one that was right in front of him, informed of that, but
No, that's a little extracurricular activity down there on the field. Virgil's trying to get up. Defensive players kind of twisting him around. Kobe Singleton. Crowd didn't like it.
2nd and 2. Not this time for Jacoby Williams. Simons, but now he's already got a couple. He can pass him with one more touchdown pass. 3rd and a yard to go here. Oh, that nice little. He's a friend of ours. We've known him a long time. Graham Harrell is about to go in the Ring of Honor. They'll be doing it, I think, in their next home game. But, you know, Mahomes is 3. When you think about all-time yards and touchdown passes.
Starting forward progress.
Yeah, they're going to review that.
He might be a little bit short if he needed to get all the way. You can kind of deduce that maybe he didn't get there because his body's a little bit upright. Even though with his butt on the ground, you would think he's laying down. They kind of stop him, but it feels a little too close to change. But he might be short.
Well,
Actually, you know what? I'm going to stand clubs for Christmas.
You've already got some
Oh,
back.
didn't you say you were going to get me clubs for Christmas?
That could happen.
I got you.
But you've already got back issues. You need to work on that. Out of the shotgun. Little crossing pattern to the running back, Jacoby Williams.
I just love what Baron Morton continues to put on display. Obviously, you've got this team outmatched, but you don't just take all the chunk yardage. If it's not there, he checks it down, lives to fight another day, and gets another opportunity here on the edge.
A little naked bootleg action, and he slings it out there for King. You know, talking about that offensive line, we're waiting now to hear from our white hat.
Or is he waiting to hear from us?
Turn that microphone on, Tim Rich.
Holding defense prior to the pass. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Just as I was about to say nice things about Sheridan, he commits a penalty.
Yeah, but you can still say nice
Yeah,
things. He's played
he's
exceptional
a
today.
heck of a young man. His whole family is involved. Big
Yeah.
brother, everybody. But his dad was a defensive lineman, and he still says that being 6'5", he has to really work at getting lower to get under the defender. That is a very tall center. In the corner, how about that, Terrence Carter? That was a laser.
I think I said that Terrence Carter Jr. was special, didn't I?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Another fantastic guy out of the opening series. But the fans waited for a good.
When the pictures are so unclear with what's going on the defensive side of the ball, you want to get them into that run game. Remember, I talked about it. The run game was paramount. You had to get it going, and they just haven't been able to do it.
Yeah. Nothing doing for him. A Red Raider tradition alive. We'll talk about things that separate college football. The bands. That's what I'm talking about.
The bands.
2nd and 9. That sousaphone player is always big.
Sousaphone.
Tuba, man. Come on.
All right, Tim.
Murphy with a quick out pattern to David Webb.
Here, he's going to get pressure from the right side of that offensive line.
He's got a wide open receiver at midfield. It's David Wells. And he tries to pride here in the second half to try to satisfy a very unhappy coach at the intermission.
And honestly, for the coach,
A long night
yeah.
that Rocco finally was able to come back and win the game very, very late, but he was creating havoc all night long in that matchup. Underneath, well, that's a nice one-handed grab by Kofi. You make the catch. Murphy's now 17 of 32 for 143 yards. Hankerson may have snuck conversion. Hankerson, the Colorado transfer, a lone setback, and Murphy plays a little play action with him. And while rolling out, finds on a crossing pattern Taz Reddick from Oregon State. Marquise Crosby, 22, redshirt senior out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, checks into the game for the first time. Murphy. He threw that one where he shouldn't have, and it's intercepted, taken out of the air. Sims, happy to have you with us this afternoon, and now into the early evening hours with our suspended play circumstances early. Suspended play circumstances earlier in the day. Dickey one.
I love a coordinator that loves his quarterback. Mac Leftwich, 30 years old, and when we talked to him about his offense in college, he said, man, I saw another offense, and I said, that's how it should look.
Yeah.
I would imagine he wants his quarterback to get that because that's a mark you just don't always get a chance to get. I would love to see him go get 500 yards if it's possible.
Yeah, he credits Eric Morris at North Texas, who gave him an opportunity to get started. There's a beautiful pass. I mean,
It's first down.
you know, Reggie Virgil's got a lot of length now, and he said, I grew during COVID.
Yeah, he said my recruitment was kind of halted, and that's why, because I see his talent. I'm like, how did you end up at Miami, Ohio from Florida? He said, well, you know, COVID.
12 and counting now. There's a new career highs for him, eclipsing 401 against Oklahoma State last year. Just all kinds of time. All kinds of time to Aiken again. Coy Aiken has Oregon to go out of bounds. Aiken.
It's his quarterback because he's worked so hard. He's been through so much adversity, and he's done so much for this football team that the things that people just don't get a chance to see. You want
Zach Kitley did, who was known more for the vertical passing game, but certainly Morton has gotten his fair share of vertical passes today. The rare running play.
but it just looks like it hurts, right? You want to find a different way to go down a little more gingerly or a little more soft so you can stay healthy. Conversation. Grab the offensive players. However, you can't do that where you stop him from getting to the second level.
Well, look out. Will Hammond is coming to the game now at quarterback. Quarterback power. Freshman from Austin. And he's a talent. And they are so happy to know touchdowns before they take him out of the game. But
the 5 for 5.
Yeah. Hammond, by the way, last year almost saved the TCU game. That was their last loss in the regular season. You remember that day. He came in after Barron had gotten hurt and put on a show.
Yeah. He's done well in mop-up duty as well this season.
By the way, if you're wondering, but this would be important for Barron to get a 5-touchdown game. He certainly deserves it. He's done everything else today. Swings it out to Williams. Jacoby. And he just almost
with an amazing performance that they try to cap off here on 4th down.
Freeze.
Out of the hold of Jack Burgess. Just a slight angle right to left.
Action. Don't change.
Of a fighter. in our conversations with Joey yesterday and with his quarterback, Baron Morton, that they knew that there were skeptics about the fact that their big wins had come against far lesser opponents. Today's opponent was deemed a step above, even though their record was 0-2,
and you get an opportunity to see two of the teams that are playing really, really good football. And obviously you're watching one of them right now in Texas Tech.
There are no layups in this conference, none. The game that you and I have that follows Big Noon next week is that is an Arizona State
on a tear and show that he's one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football.
He lit up a Heisman candidate, SMU, to win by outscoring them in overtime a week ago in Dallas. Murphy under duress. And Holiday.
Vans 5G.
Play
For grown-ups.
After this quick punt again from Windsor to open the fourth quarter that goes out of bounds. These quick punts are not.
Douglas, Aiken, Virgil, all making plays.
Terrence Carter was amazing to the tight end, and John Carlos Miller both made magnificent receptions. And Morton has been replaced now by Will Hammond. Jacoby Williams sets sail again. For a defensive breakdown late, Josh Hoover drilled him at the very end of that game. It's their last conference loss before the Liberty Bowl that they played in.
Great quarterback and brings an extra dimension even outside of the excellence of Baron Morton.
Jacoby's now up to 42 yards rushing, along with the receiving yards.
Quarterback here at Texas Tech. However, he's still developing. You want to see that development. Obviously, you don't want to try to bury him a whole bunch. However, you still have a team that you have
to making certain that he is the guy, and he knows that after Barron's season concludes this year. And that really gives Texas Tech, I think, from a program standpoint and culture standpoint, a great edge going forward for the short term. Cameron Dickey.
A quarterback, i.e. Malik Murphy, into Oregon State, right? That learning curve of understanding the offense, and hopefully you have an extremely soft schedule in the beginning so that you can have those growing pains and still get wins, but that's not always how it shakes out.
Boy, how about Dickey making that little stop? Turned what was
a huge, huge thing for them, and it just has continued on today. The latest edition, that last play.
first down from the 18. Little slip screen out to West. TJ 23 season.
Just talked about it. Missed tackles, right? Coming into today, 10.5 missed tackles per game, and it just continues.
On a couple of touchdowns rushing and I mean, that was fantastic in fashion when Morton was forced out of the game. You and I had it, you might recall, in Fort Worth. Dickey, extra effort, touchdown. What they were hoping for. And that's all you get.
That's right.
You talk to people, that's what they want to do. They want to get their edge rushers in to pinch him, making sure that they don't allow those avenues for running lanes. Cornell Hatcher's in the backfield for the first time. There's that's a beautifully. And then there's this team that's going through an overhaul. And
to kind of hold him back, and then a lot of it is because he's pressing. He's trying to make plays for his team, and you know, he's had some mishaps where guys may have had drops and
for the Civil War. Going to App State is no easy chore. There's a really tough start to September and early October. Tristan Gentry is back deep awaiting the Windsor boot. That's his best of the afternoon or evening.
I'm Curtis 50.
Taking place for Texas Tech.
And I just dropped that bomb on you. And I think they call him Radio Raheem. Tim Brando, he's an old radio guy. Remember that?
Oh, goodness.
I think the other.
For the Miners back in the day, son of a coach like so many, right?
He said
guys.
He was playing against Rice, and he said, "Wait a minute,
yeah,
there's a different way of doing things."
I'm watching that Rice team.
High-powered off in all of college football, and it was pure cinema, ladies and gentlemen, pure cinema.
It was. I'm not going to argue that at all. It had fingerprints of Odell Beckham on it. That's a beautiful throw to Wells, who reels it.
A catch.
That eclipses his career-long reception by 1 yard. Jabari Johnson in at quarterback now. He's going to take it on a little quarterback draw. This is
6 yards, and he has 100 on the day now. That's impressive.
It is. He had only 6 grabs all of last season, but one of them was that 55-yarder that I touched on. But wow, not nearly as magnificent as that one. That's Cordy Glass, number 20. Malik Murphy checks back in. Well, now Texas Tech is going to take this, I think, somewhat personally. They would love to preserve the shutout.
Of course.
Glass remains the setback. Everyone in tight. The extra tight end and a little push for Malik Murphy. Glass. Wood is like, okay, got to get a stop. We've got reinforcements in there, but they're going to take this personally now. Glass remains the setback. Caulfield moves into the slot right. And a little play fake and over to Caulfield, and he gets in for the touchdown. Beavers finally strike more from Brentwood, California, that made the key block just before he hit the goal line. Caleb Ojeda for the yeah. Evening. And you know, he's okay with that time. He actually likes it, and I can see why. That's a really hard place to play. Big Noon will have the place going. He knows that. He realizes that Coach Willingham will have that home field advantage, but I think he likes the idea of playing the game early on the road. And certainly getting the exposure that comes with a Big Noon and Baylor
in prime time
from McLean Stadium. Will Hammond remains in at quarterback. Adam Hill is the setback. They've got a plethora of new receivers out on the field. Hammond's changing the play and trying to use the clock. Now he's running out of it, has to take the timeout. Too many newbies. Offensive football team in that. Able to see quite as much of those primetime games tonight, partner, that we thought maybe we'll get to see a good half's worth of plays of those games in primetime tonight. All the perils of live TV. 3rd and 17. Oh, Hammond got hammered, let it fly up in the air and intercepted. Snared by Harlem Howard, 26.
Here late in the game, makes a play.
Cornell Hatcher's checked in at running back now for Murphy. He gets a little quick out pattern to on my partner playing with a little.
I think it's just because I'm old now. Right? I just woke up. I hadn't even lifted in 3 or 4 days. But Michael Ramirez, he took great care of me. Acupuncture, everything. I mean, it's been awesome.
Do I need to break out my Stradivarius for you? Okay, I'm just going to be on your case as you're lifting those 350-pound weights. Quick curl pattern. Back into the game for a Michigan man. You've got some serious Southern roots within your DNA.
There you go.
You do.
Yeah, I'm always learning, right? I'm a lifelong student.
3rd and 10. Murphy. Sure. Had a phonetics teacher at home every night.
There you go.
He'd say, son, you don't turn the light on, you turn it on. And I'd say, Dad, I don't get it. He said, you don't. Turn them down. You have too much nutrition, you know, you can. Out of the shotgun, Malik Murphy. Oh, that's a nice adjustment. And that's Boschma. Carson Boschma for the touchdown.
And they've now put points on the board, and also they've executed extra points, 2 of them.
That's all.
The alma mater only up 3-0 on Wyoming, headed in.
Going to be under it in some cases. I think that
14. And Trent Bray's look kind of says it all. I'm sure he's ready to gas up the bus and get to the plane. Well, many thanks to him and everyone with the Oregon State staff, and of course Matthew Dowdy in the fight. First 3-0 start since 21, and by the way, that year they did wind up only 7-6. I dare say that won't happen this year, not with the depth they have on both sides of the ball. Devin, enjoyed it, partner. For our entire crew, this is Tim Brando saying so long from Lubbock, Texas. We'll see you next week at Baylor, where the Bears